Good morning everyone, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. I'm Tiff and this is Tiffany's Crafty Life. Today we're going to be doing something really exciting. We're going fabric shopping. So we're going to go to Hamilton, Ontario. There's a lot of fabric shops in that area, and at the end I'll show you what I end up purchasing because I have a lot of fun projects in mind. Hope you enjoy! Okay, so this is what I end up purchasing in Hamilton. So lots of white material. This is kind of like a satin polyester blend. But this one is really nice for maybe a suit. It's a bit stiffer. Then I got something similar with a bit more flow. It's very lightweight. Thinking of making a dress out of this for my shower. Very lovely. So this is the lining for that. It's like a knit material. It'll be really nice because I'm planning on making a fitted dress that flows, maybe a cowl neckline. So this is really nice with a soft shine to it. And an invisible zipper as well. And of course beads. Bought some beads. A lot of these delicate Miyuki beads. Try to get a lot of different shades, a lot of different white colors and clear for the wedding projects. And then we got some sequences as well, pretty sequences, the glass beads in different colors, just some, and ivory beads as well. Can't wait to start crafting. Hey everyone, yes we did go fabric shopping, but this weekend's project, we're actually making an embellished face mask. So yes, if you need to go visit someone special or go to a semi-formal occasion, you need to wear a face mask. However, why not make it fancy? So that's what we're doing this weekend. So fingers crossed. Let's see if I can make this happen. Let's get to it. This is what a squirrel looks like in nature, eating peanuts. Okay, what you'll need for this project: some scrap fabric, preferably breathable materials such as cotton, as well as lining. I also use cotton. You'll need a pattern that you can alter, and elastic. 1/2 centimeter is what I will be using for this project, as well as project tools, measuring tape, scissors, pins, thread. Because this is a fancy mask, you will also need beads, lace, feathers, whatever it is you desire. So next step, I'm going to cut out the lining first, and with the pattern, I am going to fold over the corners to make this mask slightly more fitted and tapered at the ends. So I'm going to fold the fabric in 2 pieces, good size together, so I cut both pieces at the same time. I don't like wasting fabric, so I fold over just the right amount of lining I need to cut the 2 pieces. So I pin the pattern onto the lining, making sure it fits. And since this pattern includes seam allowances, I cut the lining as close to the pattern as possible. Then I complete the same step for the outside fabric, making sure the right sides are facing. Now I pin the center seams together separately for the lining and the outside fabric, again making sure the right sides are together. As you can see, I had a little bit more difficulty figuring out which was the correct side for the transparent material, but I eventually figured it out. Then I sewed down the center seams where I had pinned. I usually do a back stitch at the beginning and end, so my stitches don't unravel. I cut a few notches or slits outside of the seam I just created to allow more curvature and flexibility. I tried my best attempt at opening and ironing out the seams I had just created, but as you can see, I am miserably failing. Luckily, I did get some help at this step. Mum to the rescue. I also ironed out the outside fabric to prepare for the next step, applying the embellishments. Embellishment time! The first thing I did was plan out what beads I would use and lay out a design I wanted onto the mask to get an idea of how it would look. I used regular sewing thread and a thin beading needle to attach the beads. I'm not sure how I got the sewing thread through the beading needle. I guess it's just tons of practice. So my plan here is to fill one of the polka dots on the fabric pattern with a cluster of ivory beads, pearls, and sequences, all different shapes and sizes of beads. I think it will look really cute, adding some beaded embellishment near the edges of the mask. I know this is a very tedious step, but it's so worth it. I was beading for hours, but I love it.
Mickey? Where are you?
While making the mask, I forgot that I was babysitting my parents' dog, and I kind of lost him.
Mickey? There you are. Did I wake you up, Mickey? Are you gonna help me craft today? Nope, not interested. Okay, so I think I'm done with the embellishments. It's always good to know when to stop. If you know me, I like to keep beading, and sometimes I get very carried away. So I decided to stop right here. I like how it's a little not symmetrical. I have a little flower here, so that's cute. But yeah, this probably took me about 2 movie lengths long. Yeah, maybe around 4 hours, maybe just slightly longer than 4 hours, but we're gonna stop here and move on.
So I end up making 2 of these lining pieces because I realized my top piece is transparent and you're going to see the seam. So I'm double lining this one. I also decided to add a piece of wire so the mask can be pinched and fitted to my nose. The piece of wire I cut was about 5 inches long. I then bent the wire in half and bent in the edges not to expose the raw edges. Then I created a small pocket for the wire. Here you can see I cut out a rectangle piece slightly bigger than the wire, then sewed it down in a rectangle, making sure one short side was left unsewn to weave the wire through the new pocket. I then went back to the sewing machine to sew down the open edge.
Okay, so before I sew this through the machine, one tip for everyone, what I like to do is baste everything together to make sure this is going to fit properly, because I have had some face masks in the past that haven't fit my face properly, so I'm going to baste all together with the elastic and make my adjustments before officially sewing this together.
Measure 2 pieces of elastic 5 1/4 inches long. Make sure the elastic is placed in between the actual fabric and the lining. This is the way I decided to attach the elastic instead of creating a channel and feeding it through. Pin the mask together and baste it all around. After it's basted, it is much easier to do a mock try-on instead of stitching it all together and then taking apart the stitches if it doesn't fit. At this point, I only basted the edges and tried it on. As you can see, the mask is way too big. Therefore, I was able to make the correct alterations to fit appropriately. Then I sewed all the way around, leaving about 1/4 inch seam allowance. I did leave about 1 inch gap to turn the whole mask inside out, or right side out. Don't forget to snip the corners before turning the mask inside out. We don't want any bulky corners. Now it's time to turn the mask right side out. It is now time to sew the gap shut. I also top stitched the mask all the way around except where I had placed the wire. The embellished mask is now complete and it fits perfect. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Can't wait to wear it to my next fancy occasion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please write me a comment if you have made your own fancy mask. I would love to hear how it turned out. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Ciao!